Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mimo here. Thank you very much for joining me. I know it's been a while, but life, right? Anyhow, today I am excited to bring you Magic Square's MS-B35 Blues. This is their version of a Legends class Jazz. Much anticipated by the community and myself. He is a very impressive bot, I must say. So, here's a view of the box 360, but we're not here for boxes. Let's dive in. Starting with the accessories and package contents, you get the typical Magic Square instructions. They do fold out as you would expect, and they do a decent job of getting you through the transformation. You do also get the Legend Scale collector's card, done in a nice plastic. Same artwork as on the box. And on the back, you get the silhouette of alt mode and his stats. Starting with accessories, the first one you receive is his blaster. Typical from the cartoon, looks pretty good. Nice detail, a little bit of hollowness, but it does a decent job. And as you would expect, it does fit into his hands just fine. You do get one set of open hands, nicely sculpted, done in black plastic. And you do get one set of closed-fisted holding hands. Swapping the hands out is a bit interesting because it's not your typical peg. It's a mushroom peg that slides in and out, utilizing the transformation joint to do so. They are a bit tight, so be careful. It comes with a total of 3 faces. Here we have a dramatic screaming face, done in black plastic, but I do love the metallic blue on the visor. Second face is just pretty much emotionless. Still looks good with a blue metallic and nicely detailed. And the third face has more of a serious look to it. I do wish that they would have given us a smiling face because Jazz was definitely always a happy character. You do get a shoulder rocket, which comes in 2 pieces. Just simply plugs in. And the rocket itself is nicely painted in silver. It's got some nice detail there. That does fit nicely into slots on either shoulder. It looks really good in my opinion. And you can, again, pivot it up and down. Doesn't rotate, but does a really good job of giving you that toy feel. You do get 2 speakers. They come unassembled, just assemble them yourself. And they look really, really good. Done in a very nice purple, which I believe is painted, as well as the silver center of the cone. If you choose to do so, you can use the speakers in robot mode. Just flip up the windows, and there is a port just for that purpose on both sides, giving you that look. Lastly, that brings us to his hip speakers, done in a nice done in a nicely sculpted black plastic, with the woofers being gray. Now, these came unattached, so just be aware. See the size of these thumbs and fingers? That did not go well. So they will not ever be coming out again. But they do look good once you have everything all together. You've actually have a few different choices as far as using the speakers. You can attach them on the hips, like so, as we see in the cartoon. The second option is you can actually combine them. They do have a tongue and groove connection point to slide them together, creating this. And if you bring in Jazz, you'll notice 2 peg holes here on his chest. Then once you have everything pegged in, you have this look. Both of which look great. So that brings us to the figure. And I gotta admit, he's pretty awesome. Let's take a look. Does have a very nice face sculpt as we've already seen. Head sculpt is nicely detailed. Looks really good. There's the top of the chest. Done in white plastic, some nice detail there. Took the liberty of adding a cartoon sloppy faction symbol. Beautiful metallic blue, silver, and gray on the chest. Coming down the abs, you got nice black and gray paint. Arms, nicely detailed. Hips, they got that nice blue on the legs, looks really good. White for the thighs. Coming down to the legs, you got some nice, very nice gray and black paint on the shins. Some nice sculpted detail on the inside of the legs. Feet are nicely done. Got a lot of detail on the side of the legs here as well. So it looks really nice. Most of this we'll take a better look at in alt mode. A little bit of kibble on the back of the legs. Back cleans up really, really nice. As far as articulation, head is on a ball. One minor complaint is this section does not peg down, but that does give you the ability for some very nice posing. Giving him the ability to look down more than you would normally have. You can do a full 360. Shoulders can go up that far, full 360 as you'd expect. Bicep rotation and a full 90 on the bend. Actually, more than 90 on the bend. I'm sorry. You do have a very nice ab crunch, full rotation. You can get the hip skirts out of the way on the side, and legs will go out to there, which is really quite a bit. It's not full 90, but it's definitely enough. As far as forward motion, the front hip skirts do collapse with the leg, giving you a very nice range of motion up. And then back, sadly, nothing, which is disappointing. You do have rotation at the hips, and the knees can give you the full run, definitely. And as far as the feet, they are on a rotating peg, so you can get down, up, and then a very, very nice rocker. The wings are actually really nice. You have options as far as just as they appeared in the cartoon, down, folded in, or if you prefer, you can actually fold them out. They're a little stiff at times, so be careful. That then gives you the ability to leave it like this, or if you choose to do so, you can pivot them back a little bit. So you got definite display options with this figure, which is a very nice touch. Overall, the sculpt, paint, and articulation are done extremely well on this guy. There's one thing I want to point out. I've seen some reviews with people having issues saying that the connection joint here is weak, making the arms want to pop out. But connecting them properly, it removes the problem. If you see right here, there is a shaped peg hole rather than just a simple square. So it's a tongue and groove connection, and it corresponds with this right here. So it doesn't just simply peg in, it actually locks in. So make sure that you line it up on both sides and give it a good push. You'll know when you have it, because the shoulder will nestle up underneath the hood, the fenders, and you'll feel it slide into place. Once you do so, you can tug all you want all day, and it's not going to come loose. It's a very, very nice connection. And we see the same type of tongue and groove connection here on the shins. So it's interesting, but in my opinion, it is definitely an improvement on connection style. First size comparison. Here he is with Magic Square Bumblebee, Magic Square Prowl, Hound, and their latest Trailbreaker. And here he is with New Age Monero, their version of a Jazz. Quite a bit taller, and definitely more cartoon accurate. You've got the visible ball joints in the arms with Monero, which I never did like. But they're both great figures, don't get me wrong. But I am definitely one to prefer the sculpt from Magic Square. So let's take a look at the transformation. And here we have blues in his alt mode. And I gotta say, looks sharp. I did fail to show in the transformation that the spoiler just is on a slider, so you can pivot it down and lock it in. But definitely has some cartoon vibes. I'm going to put a picture up right here. And it just looks fantastic. Doing a full 360, you've got the beautiful metallic blue on the windows. Be careful of the edges because as it does rub, it may want to come off a little bit, but it looks fantastic. You've got silver painted wheels with some nice detail in there. Number 4 painted on each door. Looking at the front, this is where the detail on the lights and the grille really do pop. That nice red trim piece going along the bottom of the front end. Looks really good. Got the nice blue and red stripes painted along the center. And then light blue and red over the rear quarter panels. And then nicely detailed on the back with your exhaust. To me, it just looks like it cleans up really nicely. Got some nice black there on the spoilers. I mean, definitely some potential here for some aftermarket decals, toy hacks, if you're listening. But in my opinion, they definitely nailed the cartoon look. It looks superb. And here we have them in the New Age Jazz. And I gotta say, they both look amazing. New Age definitely feels the realistic look is what they were going for, and they pulled it off. Magic Square, as we've come to see, is definitely going for that cartoon look, and they excel at it. This guy looks awesome. And just for another comparison, here he is with the Magic Square Prowl. What are my final thoughts on Magic Square Blues? Buy him. That's all I can say. It's a great figure. Transformation's fun. The paint, which is there, is fantastic. Sculpting looks amazing. And the articulation is great. I do highly recommend it. I do like what seems to be a new pegging style with the tongue and groove locking pegs on the shoulders and again on the shins. They look fantastic. They work fantastic. And I definitely hope to see those type of connections in the future. So nice to see Magic Square upping their game as far as engineering. They are awesome. I did pick mine up from thechosenprime.com. You'll find a link in the description. Check them out. Buy the product. You won't regret it. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share with your friends. These are 3 easy steps that you can do to help my channel grow. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you again next time.